Hi everyone, it is that time, my first setup video for my personal Malden. I want to walk you through how I've set it up. I think I'm ready now. So before we start, I want to tell you about my Malden's name. So I mentioned earlier on Facebook that I've named him Maurice, and that is going to be self-explanatory in a few minutes, but Maurice is acting as my wallet right now, but I'm kind of on the lookout for a compact to put my credit cards and reward cards and things of that nature into, and use this more as a a personal journaling slash list keeper kind of setup. But in the meantime, I've got a few coins in this side pocket. I always empty out to the extras when it starts getting heavy or bulky. I keep a couple of bills. I've got my credit cards and driver's license, and then inside here I have an extra thank you card. Number one, I love dragonflies, and number two, I like carrying a card with me just in case somebody does something extra nice for me. I can quickly jot them a note and send it along, and I have stamps further in the back. The next thing I have is my flyleaf, and behind that, I haven't used it as a dashboard yet. I haven't decided if I will, but I'll explain later. So the next card is I have Hawaii postcards that I have throughout the planner, and that's to remind me, number one, of the few months that I spent in Hawaii last year. I was stationed there as a trainer for a few months, so I was on my own in Hawaii and it was a great time. So I like having the memories. Anyway, before I got the planner, I made some cute little photos on photo paper and hole punched them. This one just happens to say "Keep Calm" and Command Z. Anyone who owns an Apple product or Mac would know what that means. So anyway, but I thought it was funny. Then my Filofax annual page. This is a week on 2 pages diary setup. I also have a photograph of my trip to Barcelona, Spain that I went to with my husband for our 10-year anniversary. Great memories. And this is what I was referring to as Maurice the mustache. So on each of my divider pages, I have a different type of mustache on the planner page, because I feel that this is going to, well, let's put it this way. Maurice is going to be my stash holder. Mustache, my stash, this is my info, my deal, hence the name. So I thought I was being clever. Anyway, so this first section is the information section, and I put a tab for ICE on the next page, which is my personal information about, like my blood type, my family members. And it's always important, I don't know about in Europe, but in the States, we have first responders, and they typically will look through your phone if you've been in a car accident to find ICE or in your planner, something that's indicated by the word ICE. ICE stands for in case of emergency. And so I always try to teach my children and to do the same, put ICE in front of the name in the contacts of their phone, so that people who find your phone and it's not locked, they can quickly find, in case of emergency, folks for them to call. So I'm not going to show that page because it does have my personal information on it, so I will go ahead and flip through to the next section. The next tab is birthdays, and I made that with my label maker in extra small labels, and I think it's my Dymo. And then I have some more Aloha cards. I put birthdays, I labeled each page with its month at the top and then numbered. I know that there's more than 31 days in this month, but that's a piece of feedback I would like to share with Filofax. Is I like to number them by day so I can quickly find out whose birthdays are in that month. And there's not enough to put 31 days in here. So on some of them, I actually had to physically put 30, 31 on a couple of the days and kind of like for example this one, I have a little way at the bottom. Anyway, the next section is my www. So these are my web pages of various sites that I have found that carry products that I want to remember how to get back to them and what they carry. So I kind of put that there. And then I have each of these sections sectioned off with a little magnetic page clip or bookmark, they call them. And that way the pages just aren't flipping around. My next section is my diary section. So I do have one of these little let me snap it off. Oops. It just comes off and you can snap it back on. I have it holding my previous pages. So I've only had this Malden for about a week. I guess it's 2 weeks now because last week I filled out pretty much everything. And I was like documenting various things in different inks. I'm playing around with it because of the color schemes of pens and how well they leak through the paper. Also, how much space I'm given and how things will stand out on the page. So I have discovered that my to-do list, I found a better way of doing it, and I'm sorry I don't remember who exactly it was that showed it to me, but I ended up using the business card insert to insert daily little post-its, and I used my label maker and put the day vertically and then put the items that I need to take care of, and I slipped that in here. And that way I don't have to rewrite my to-do list like I was doing over here. And here I can use a dry erase marker and just mark them off as they're done. And then once this week is passed, I wipe it off with a paper towel and move this to next week's agenda. I was going to put little sticky notes attached to the today page, but I like the today ruler to be free of anything because I do like to come straight to this page. I also was trying to have fun with some Smash book pages, so I added that there, and I was playing around with some of the stickers. So I took one of Kent from Oz's ideas and drew a line straight down the page, and you might notice that in other upcoming pages, but I ended up using the washi tape in the center, but I found that it was too wide. So, but you can definitely see how you can now see a division of the page. Also, you might notice that I have the little stickers that I created. This was partly cloudy with a chance of rain. It did actually end up misting yesterday. And I haven't put my today label, but it is sunny and probably very warm today because I live in Palm Springs. So, but my to-do items are still there, but I have them over here so I can mark them. I haven't gotten to today, and yesterday I was at the office, so I didn't get around to doing a lot of these. As a matter of fact, I missed the trash man delivery. I went ahead and decorated my pages for next week. I have to remember to get a present this week. My husband already has for the most part, but I like to get something special for my daughter. She's going to be 20 on Monday, and I want to take care of her and stuff like that. So I also have some more labels that I made. So this is to remind me to take out the trash, and Mondays is the day I do my laundry. I put some other stickers like recycling is on Wednesday, and I plan to go grocery shopping this day because it's also the day after payday and so forth. So I'm just made a few little embellishments here in waiting for the next day or so. I'm also working on the next week, but haven't decided yet what I want to do. I did put a note here to remind me to make sure I have plane tickets because the following Sunday I am going to Chicago to surprise my sister-in-law. Me and my husband are going there. My daughter works for American Airlines, so she has to get us our tickets. And then I have each month sectioned off because I didn't get monthly tabs. I don't know if I will, but for the time being, I have different tab, page markers that are magnetic that hold it all together. I just don't want the pages to get messed up. So then I have my 2014 observed holidays. I was taking this information from Another Day Planners pages, but I have misplaced the other half of it. So I only got through July, and I need to look through the other half before I am finished with it. Also, I received my classic size Filofax from Femke in Holland the other day, and she included these little labels, stickers, so I'm keeping them in here for now. But I do have my own binder full of just stickers. Maybe one day I'll do a video on that one as well. If you are interested, please let me know in the comments below. My next section is one of my favorite sections because it's the notes section. This is where I keep various lists. So I have my daily routines, a master task list, and then I have a weekly routine. I have the monthly routines, the quarterly dues. They're usually, it's just a master list so that I make sure I'm getting all of them done. And then my annual must are there. I have a couple of extra pages, and then it moves on to my bucket list of items. These are things I generally can't afford with one paycheck, or I have to save up for it. So there's a few on there. I'm usually not a person that needs expensive items to be pleased, but I usually can pay for them myself. So I am saving up for my Louis Vuitton. So eventually, and my husband did say I could get a Fiat this summer, so I'm holding him to it. Anyway, my next section is my World Travelers section that I decorated. I am by far no means finished with this. I just started getting some ideas down. Right now, most of these are English-speaking countries. To say that Italy is also on there, but I'm not done. I want to put Greece. I want to put the other countries such as Holland, Switzerland, Japan, and so on and so forth. But I need to document the cities I would like to visit or landmarks. Then the next section in my lists are my products to try. These are things I've seen in YouTube videos or mentioned on Facebook that have piqued my interest, and so I may want to try them. Bloggers that I follow, I'm not done filling those out either, so I'm going to go ahead and just skip on through that. Now the YouTube section is just my plans of posting different YouTube videos, and as I think of ideas, I'm just checking them off to make sure I get them done. And then my Pinterest section. So I'm sure most of you probably look through Pinterest. I like to try new do-it-yourself projects as well as recipes. So if I need to remember to get ingredients or supplies to do that project, I plan to write it in here so that when I'm out and about, you'll be able to, I'll be able to remember to get which products. My next one is reading list. By all means, I've read more than that, but this is where I'm at right now. I have another book that I want to start reading, but I'm really trying hard to stick with one book at a time because I do so much during the day with project management and switching from different topics constantly that I want to keep on one book and one set of characters at a time right now. So yeah, so that's my reading list. My next section is projects. So these are not household projects. These I'm using as a Christmas or gift idea section. So what I did with the two pages was I labeled each page with a member of my household's name on the top, and then I'm going to document some ideas of that they've either brought to my attention that they want, or things that I think that they would like, and I'm going to write them in here. So I have sections for, you know, all of my daughters and my sons, my grandchildren, including their or my son and his girlfriend, things of that nature. My son is having a baby later this year, or in a few months, so I may have to add the baby's name in on that as well. So that will be for Christmas shopping ideas or birthday presents and things of that nature. I have it sealed because my husband subscribes to my channel, so I don't want him to see some of the things that I've written down. So anyway, moving on, this takes me to my financial section, and as I mentioned earlier, my Maurice is my stash, and so I don't do my bill paying in this binder. I do it in the A5 Finsbury that I have. I will do a separate video on that, but for now I use the financial section as a savings, kind of a savings calculator of sorts. So I'm sure you guys have seen this at some point, but on Pinterest there was this 52-week monthly challenge. I actually just folded the page in half and taped it and then hole punched it. But what it is you each week for every week of the year, so for week 1 you deposit $1 for that week, and week 2 you deposit $2 and so forth. And at the end of this 52 weeks, you should have a balance of $1,378. So what I did was I used the register pages to document all of my entries so far, and we are currently on week 19, which will fall on this Sunday or Saturday, I can't remember. But this is where I will put week 19 and put my balance, and this will continue to grow. I went ahead and put all the dates that I need to make my deposits, but it's there for my savings to use for Christmas shopping. So that way my year-end budget isn't as tight as it has been in the past. So moving on, this takes me to my address section. Now I took out all the A to Z tabs and I left just a few address pages because I keep most of my contacts in my phone. So my iPhone has everybody, including doctors, personal contacts, my mom, everybody that I'm familiar with is in there. But these are going to be pen pals and people that I've had acquaintances with or done business with where I may want to do business with them again, and I'm just documenting that. So because these are personal addresses, I went ahead and clipped it shut, so I'm not going to show that to you right now. But then that moves us on to the next section, which is a little Ziploc folder or envelope. In here, I've got a receipt from Staples yesterday because I bought some embellishments and stuff like that. And then I also have some items I need to take care of. For example, I have a flexible spending account for my medical, and my daughter got glasses this week that need to be reimbursed. So I have to remind myself to take care of that. And then I told you I carry stamps. So just in case I need to get a card or something for somebody really quick, I can do that. Anyway, then after that is my shopping list. Now I took this from the Filofaxy website. I used their source file for their personal pages on their shopping list. I really like my pages to be colorful, so I kind of highlighted and customized it myself. I also added other stores so that if I have to remind myself to pick up things at different stores other than just groceries. And I also added this little notes box where I can either remind myself, for example, in Target, I need to return Tinkerbell Barbie that I bought for one of my granddaughters for her birthday last weekend, but I had already bought that one for Christmas and I forgot because I didn't write it down. And so I found out before her birthday, so I was able to exchange it for something else, but I haven't yet returned the Tinkerbell. So I set a reminder to remind me to take it back, and don't forget the receipt. And then I also wanted the notes field to enter how much I've spent that week on those groceries. Another thing to point out is you'll notice that some of these food items have little pink dots. That's a reminder to me that in my next section, I have a coupon that relates to that product. So I did put an Aloha postcard in between just to for writing purposes, so it makes it a little bit easier, especially if my coupons get a little bulky. So here are my coupons, and they're just on a top-loading plastic envelope. Then after that is another Ziploc envelope where I will put various things that I need to transfer the information into another section or maybe move it to my iPhone and things of that nature. This may leave this planner and move into my compact that I'm hoping to find in the next couple of weeks or months, which leads me to this section. These are gift cards, reward cards, various, they're non credit cards or anything of that nature, but some are, worth money. So I have them here for now, but they are going to be moved into a compact Filofax once I have found the one of my dreams. So they're going to stay here for now until that move takes place. The last is the world map that I went and bought at a local Filofax retailer here. I love it. I like seeing where you guys live all over the world. So my intent is to Sharpie the locations I've been because I love traveling. Oh, and I am taken by shock here. I didn't know this was back here. My daughter must have added this, but these are little swing pads that were included by Femke on my classic Filofax that she sent me earlier this week, and I put them back here. I love these. They're great because they're already 3-hole punched. I love being able to add these into those pages as I showed earlier in my diary, but apparently my daughter drew a little, she's 16 and she drew a little portrait apparently of us. So I think this would be me and that would be her because she's got very, very curly red hair. Very cute. I'm going to have to save that. Anyway, I did put a little sticky here to indicate some of my market dots, but I may use my other stickers instead. But initially the green ones are paydays, red for date nights with my hubby. I hadn't decided on a yellow, but the red smiley face were going to be reminders that I get to spend time with my grandkids or that my kids are coming over are the blue ones. So one or the other. So anyway, I have nothing in this back pocket, but I could, if I wanted to, put my iPhone in here. It's big enough for that. I saw that by Nadine of My Purpley Life, so I might do that. And then I do have some extra of these. I love these because they're the super sticky, so the whole sticky sticks to the back, not just a flap. So I love those. And these are what I use to make my inserts on the business card. They happen to be perfect size. What you do is you lift the edge of this, and what I did was I folded this down, and this size without the fold stuck back to each other was perfect for the credit card insert, and then I labeled them. So very handy to have, and look, I'm already, ruining it. So I will go ahead and close this up, but if you have any questions about my Malden, please leave your comments in the field below. Also, I have 2 Le Pens, but I have a little pen holder that I keep in my purse that has different varying Le Pens and other colors. I also use the Pilot Friction pens for this as well, and I love a pink Pilot pen that I use periodically. So that's it. This is my Maurice, and I hope you enjoyed it. I will be doing a A5 setup next week, hopefully, after I have received the inserts that I've been waiting for that, the 2 weeks per, the 1 week per 2 pages setup with the columns is not going to work for me, but I will go through that with you on that A5 setup. But I hope you enjoyed it. I hope that you got some great ideas from looking at my setup. And like I said, if you have any questions, feel free to leave comments below. Thanks, and I'll see you next time. Bye.